Once upon a time, there was this dude named Sisyphus. He was king of Corinth and a notorious swindler. Sisyphus ran many a long con on many a rube, and he would even go so far as to run a bamboozle on the gods themselves. This one time, Sisyphus saw Zeus turn into an eagle and kidnap this lady named Aegina. At first, he was all like, "Not my girl, not my problem." That was until Aegina's father, Sisyphus, eventually came looking for her. He went up to Sisyphus and was all like, "Have you seen this girl?" And Sisyphus was all like,
"You know, I might have, but I'm just so thirsty I can't remember."
And Sisyphus was all like, "Have some water then." And Sisyphus was all like,
"But eventually I'll get thirsty again, and the thought of being thirsty sometime in the future makes me very forgetful. If only I had a source of fresh water nearby all the time. I bet if I had a source of fresh water all the time, I would totally remember where your daughter went."
So, being a river god with mighty powers of wetness, Sisyphus made Sisyphus a freshwater spring. As soon as he got his spring, Sisyphus was all like,
"Zeus, it was Zeus. Zeus turned into an eagle and stole your kid."
Sisyphus went off to rescue his daughter from Bird Zeus, but it did not go as well as he had expected it would.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
Zeus was pretty pissed that Sisyphus narked on him and sicked Thanatos, the god of death, upon Sisyphus. When Thanatos found Sisyphus, Sisyphus was all like,
Yeah, I know you have to murder me and stuff, but before you do, I got these new handcuffs and I just can't figure out how they work. Can you show me?"
And Thanatos was all like, "Yeah, sure. You just put them on your wrists and close them. Hey, wait a minute!" But it was too late, and Thanatos, the god of death, was Sisyphus' prisoner. With death held captive, people were not dying, which sounds cool until you realize that they were still getting injured. It was quite gross. Eventually, Ares, god of war, had had enough of this, and freed death and killed Sisyphus. But Sisyphus was a slippery little Before he died, he went up to his wife, Merope, and was like,
"Hey, when I die, don't do any of the normal funeral stuff."
And Merope was all like, "What about bury you?" And Sisyphus was like,
"Nope."
"Give you a funeral feast?"
Make a sacrifice to Hades?
Negatory.
What about give you a coin so you can pay Charon, the ferryman of the underworld? Surely you want me to do that?
I do not.
So, Sisyphus arrived at the underworld like a brokey. He was all like,
"Hey, yo, I shouldn't be here. I can't even pay the boat guy. Plus, my wife didn't do any of the funeral stuff. You guys just gonna let that slide? Listen, I tell you what. Give me 3 days to set things straight, and I'll be right back with the money for the boat guy and have my wife do all the funeral things."
Eventually, Sisyphus' constant complaining paid off, and he was allowed to return to the world of the living for 3 days. He stayed for several decades. With his bamboozle at an end, Sisyphus died at the normal age of being old and stuff. When he arrived at the underworld, the gods were all like, "You got some splaining to do," and punished the fuck out of Sisyphus. For all eternity, he was tasked with pushing a really big rock up a really big hill. Except, every time he got near the top, the rock would be all like, "I want to go back down now," and would go back down the hill, forcing Sisyphus to start from the beginning.